Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn love reading, and this is a timeless reading, so this is for whenever you feel drawn to hear this message. Also, this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. Then it was meant for someone else. All right, so we have our romance angels, and I have my rose quartz on top. We have the whispers of love. We have our romance cards, and then we'll get some tarot, some clarifiers, and close out with an oracle. All right. So let's get one of these. Feeling like that one. Kind of like two people right there. All right, wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. All right. Let's get a romance angel. Romance angel. Ha! Look at that. That's funny because when I saw this card, I was like thinking of this card. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, all right? Wait, and do we get a third wait? We'll pick a whispers of love. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. All right, so I feel that definitely for some of you, it's about, if you're single, that this person coming into your life is worth waiting for, that divine timing is working on your love life, that if you feel you're ready for a relationship, that you have to think about, well, maybe on the other end, that person isn't quite ready to come into your life, that person has some things that they need to work on, that they have to deal with, that they have to clear, that they have to get past, that they have to work on before they're in a good place to come into your life. Also, if it is you are in a relationship, it's sometimes we feel like we're moving more ahead in a relationship than the other person, and I feel like this is saying just don't rush things. Don't rush that person. Let that person process things, work through things at their own time, their own speed. Sometimes, our speed is different from that person's speed, right? Just because we've worked through it, we've processed things, we've moved on, or we've done the work on it, doesn't mean that that person is doing it at the same time. And to be supportive and say, yes, I'll giving that person that time to work on things, to process things, to get through it, and not rushing them. Because if you have to think of it, say, from the other perspective, saying you wouldn't want anyone to rush you. You wouldn't want anyone to force you to give an answer, because if that's happened to you, you always feel like, well, I don't know, was that the right answer? Like, I don't want that pressure. I want that time to work through things. I want to feel confident in my answer that I give, or working through that situation. And I feel like that's something that you have to look at, right? And make sure that you are giving that person that time to work through their things. All right, we have Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Prince of Swords, Nine of Cups. We have the Devil card, Capricorn card, the World, the Three of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Emperor. I'm feeling two more, actually. Two of Pentacles and Seven of Swords. All right, so for overall energy, we have the Emperor, the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So I feel like it's, again, being patient, right? The Emperor, knowing what it is that you want, seeing things clearly. Seven of Swords. Maybe you feel because that person isn't in the same space that you are, that you're feeling like they're being deceptive. You're feeling like they're not being true to their words, right? But maybe that person just needs more time to get past the situation. For current energies, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Prince of Swords, and Nine of Cups. And I feel like that, making sure that you keep those lines of communication open, right? You keep the talking going. I feel like there's very positive, very hopeful energy here. If you are single, then I feel like this is staying in your positive energy. Move forward. Move forward with those goals that you have, those dreams that you have. Not giving up those things that you like to do, okay? To keep doing those so that when you're in a relationship that you continue with those things. Sometimes when we're in a relationship, we give up those things that we like to do because we're like, well, that person doesn't like when I do that, or that person, you know, doesn't really want me to spend time doing that. Well, you know what? If those things are important to you, that's what you have to make sure that you keep in your life, that you keep doing. So maybe it is that if you are single, it's making sure that you are doing those things that you like, that you enjoy, that make you happy, that you're strongly into that, so that when you meet this person, that you keep those things up. Because if you're happy and you're doing those things that you like to do, then that makes your relationship stronger and better, because you're like, yeah, you know, this is, you know, something that I really like to do. Like, say you like to play golf and you meet somebody and they're like, well, you know, I don't really play golf, and why do you have to spend the whole entire day doing that, and that's time away from me. And that's something that you need to make sure that you communicate about, right? That you say, well, this is important to me, and I don't have to do it every weekend, but say, how about if I do it every other weekend, or once a month, or we compromise and we work on it to where, you know, it's it works for the both of you, so that you're not giving up something that you really like, but you're able to communicate. Or maybe just saying, hey, why don't you come out with me one time, you know, and you can be in the golf cart. I mean, I've never played golf, so I don't really know. I've just seen people play golf, but you could say, hey, why don't you know, I'll just do 9 holes, or I'll just go to the driving range or something like that, and then we'll just spend a couple hours and you can see what it's like. Or maybe, do you want to play? You know, just having those lines of communication open. All right, for future energy, we have Devil, the World, 3 of Swords, and 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like the World, the Devil, 3 of Swords, some hurt, some disconnect, feeling like you're by yourself, some toxic energy. I feel like if you're not, don't let yourself, so if you're single, don't let yourself get into that negative energy, right? If you're like, oh, I'm happy, I'm good, I'm doing my thing, I'm waiting, and nothing's happening, right? Or I keep finding these, you know, I keep having these relationships with these people that are like irritating, and they're bad, and they're I'm getting so frustrated, like, where is my person? Like, why is this happening? Why am I single? Why am I going through that? I feel like this is just kind of saying, making sure that you don't get caught up in that energy. It's almost like you're good, you're happy, you're good, and then all of a sudden, like, it flips, because maybe it is, wait, don't rush into it, allow nature to take its course, worth waiting for, like, not letting yourself get frustrated because things aren't happening on the time frame that you want them to happen on, right? And that's what I was saying in the beginning, is again, if it's with a partner and things are going good and you guys are getting along, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, why aren't you over this yet? Why didn't you do this yet? And you getting frustrated with the fact that they're not on the same page that you are. And that's something, I almost feel like this is sort of a warning for you to be careful, to make sure that you don't go into the negative energy, making sure that you don't distance yourself from that person, or you get in this frustration or this irritation, because I feel like that could turn everything around, right? That could really change your outlook, and then you're in this negative energy, being frustrated with your partner, and then that causes that makes things worse, because now this person is going to have to take even longer to get through whatever it is they're working through, because you're putting pressure on them, and now you're being irritated, and now they're feeling like they can't go at their own pace. All right. I feel like this is making a decision to make sure that you stay in this positive energy, that even if things become unbalanced or things become frustrating or it's taking longer and it's not going at the pace that you want, that you make sure that you stay in the positive energy. You keep moving, you keep going, keeping yourself busy. Sometimes that's a good thing, because if we sit and we wait and we're like, I'm waiting, it's not happening, and I'm getting irritated, I'm getting frustrated, then it's like it makes it worse. So kind of having that busy work to keep you busy so that you don't get in this energy here, right? Looking within, maybe seeing those habits. Well, if it's not happening at my pace, then I just get irritated with everyone around me, and maybe kind of looking at those actions that you're taking and saying, well, why am I getting irritated? Why am I getting frustrated? Why am I letting this energy in? Why am I even opening the door to that? Why am I putting myself in that? Is that the safe space where I feel that if I'm irritated and I'm frustrated and I'm let down, is that my safe space? Well, is that something that I have to look at, that I have to change so that my safe space feels like this energy and not this energy? Bringing up old wounds, right? Maybe something triggers you. Maybe something's triggered you. And for some of you, maybe it's you're going along and everything's good, and then maybe something triggers you, right? And it brings you back to this energy here. And maybe for some of you, it's something that you have to work on. It's something that you have to work through. I think I've said that before. We have that emotional chest in our mind where we kind of stuff things and say, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to. And sometimes, like I said before, we'll pop open and something will trigger you. And it's like, oh boy, I guess I got to work on that. So for some of you, that could be in looking within and seeing what that triggered and to be able to work through that, right? Let that go, let that fly, let that loose, work past it, and then move forward, right? Oh, I love that, the sun card. Then move forward to the brightness, the sun. All right, next card out was the death card. So this could be that if it's a relationship and you're getting irritated at your partner and because they're not on the same page that you are, and you're not waiting and you're pushing, and that triggers you into something, and maybe that's time for you to look at that, why you get triggered, why that happened. If it could be that you're single, that you're going along, you're doing good, and then all of a sudden you get frustrated and you get triggered into this energy. Again, looking at that, seeing, why did I get triggered? What is it that I have to work on? What do I have to let go of? Because the death card is, there something that you're holding on to that is preventing you from moving forward. It's also transition, transformation. But we ended with the sun card, which I love that, which is positive energy. So this is just something that you have to work on. But I feel like it's being patient and waiting and making sure that you're supportive. Not only to yourself, I feel, be supportive. I feel like that could be for yourself too. Doing those things that are best for you, being supportive for yourself, making those decisions that are best for you, but also being supportive in your partnership. And letting them know, okay, that's okay. Like if you're not on the same page that I am, you're not there yet, that's okay. I'm here to support you. All right, so let's close out with an animal oracle. Oh, look at that, how cute. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. Staying in that energy of love being all around, right? Of being in that positive energy, loving yourself, making those decisions that are best for you, looking out for you, loving those people that are around you, being supportive and helpful for them. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.